I actually need to speed up. My hairstylist to be here in less than 30 minutes, and I want to see if I can. 1 minute. Hi guys, good morning. I couldn't do a proper introduction because my sister was sleeping right beside me, but she's awake. And guess who else is awake? The bride. I'm trying not to think too much. I don't want to overthink the makeup, because somehow when I have something really serious like bridal makeup to do, I always say a prayer that God helps me so that the look will come out nicely. And even if I'm the bride today, I'm still praying to God that the look will come out nicely. So that's why I'm taking you guys on my get ready with me process, and hopefully the look will come out nicely. Say a prayer for me as you watch.
Now let's begin. More than a makeup tutorial, I'll be sharing the things that I did that helped me. For example, you guys know me on my Nivea. This helped me to not get ashy. And first things first, this band was after my life. I mean, I got a 5x5 closure installed as opposed to full frontal, but I still experienced pain. So I don't know which one is better. I absolutely don't know. Anyway, I'm starting out with the Power Seal from Miss Metics because I don't want any form of sweat to disturb my makeup. So I'm going to like the areas where I sweat the most. And I'm trying to get the frontal to not have any issues, which is why I applied it on my forehead. And yes, this is the first step I took after skincare. This Power Seal also helps to keep the oil at bay, and I applied it with a tissue. Now I'm going in with the actual primer, and I have a thing with pumps that don't have straws, so forgive my face. Anyway, this is also from Miss Metics. It's their Aqua Grip primer, and I just applied it all over my face. Like, I was generous. I did not leave any spot unturned. One thing about long-lasting makeup is the fact that you have to allow every step sit and dry down before you go on in with the next step. So I know you guys have been waiting to see which foundation I finally used, and it is none other than the Ezekiel foundation. Forget anything you've heard or believe about this particular foundation. It is the GOAT. Like, I've been using it since 2019. This shade 30 is my perfect shade, and when I want my makeup to last long, I always go back to this. Like, it's perfect for my skin. And forget about this whole thing about using the most luxurious foundations for bridal looks. You just use what works. And if there's any indication, trust me, I'm a makeup artist and I have a full trolley of makeup products I haven't used, and this is the one I came back to. That should tell you something. So I applied it, and I went on with my Beauty by AD blush palette, and I applied some of the blush on my cheeks. I really wanted a subtle bridal looking blush. I didn't want to go ham, so I applied a little bit on my cheekbones. And one thing about this primer is you don't overblend. If you overblend, it is going to lift. So you have to be very, very careful how you blend the foundation. Everything should just be blended just right. Don't overdo it, please. Now for concealers, I wanted to use this concealer because it is lightweight on like the outer perimeters, which is forehead, chin, and my cupid's bow. But what I was sure of is the fact that I wanted Ellie Girl Pro Conceal under my eyes. There is something about this concealer. It is very forgiving. It gives you time. Like, when it stays and then it is tacky and you blend it in, it is perfection. I've never seen a concealer that works quite well like this one. And it's quite sad that there's so many pirated ones in the market. But I'm so glad that I got some directly from the company, and I'll be bringing them back in 2026 to sell in my store.
I actually need to speed up. My hairstylist to be here in less than 30 minutes, and I want to see if I can. 1 minute.
Anyway, I'm just blending in the concealer, starting from the outer parts, and then my forehead, my chin, my cupid's bow, and then I reserve the under eyes for the last part, which is why I said this concealer is very forgiving. It gives you time, and then that time that you take gives it the absolute fullest best coverage, because every bride knows that you don't get that much sleep before your wedding, so you really need a concealer that can cover your dark circles to perfection. And then I'm going to go on in with this killer combo to set them. This setting powder is another great affordable option for your under eyes. It is incredible, trust me.
Yes? Good morning, good day. Mama Kisa. The Android phone. I don't even know if anybody will come. My number is not even on RSVP. Cynthia has been so slow. Who are you kidding? For that sofa.
You won't come in.
I have to because
somebody is calling.
I don't.
Answer, Christian. Will you stop the video?
Yes, just answer. Answer and put it on speaker.
Anyway, I finally set my under eyes, and look how perfect they look. Just a little bit of powder here and there. I know I've done a couple bridal makeup looks on my channel, but this is the one I did on my actual wedding day that allowed my makeup to last all day. Now we are using the Flawless Ivy Blur Essence powder in the shade Caramel to set the rest of my face. I really packed lightly because I knew I was just doing only my face, so I carried only what I needed for my own face. And as you can see, I'm trying to be careful not to disturb my lace wig, because I just didn't want to come back and be cleaning and doing all that stuff. So I just tried to be as careful as possible. And then I went on top of the cream blush with some powder blush, just really lightly, because we're doing a bridal look and we want to look very bridal. Anyway, let's move on to do our eyebrows. And I'm using I used like a couple of eye pencils, but to be honest, you can just use Davies or any brown eye pencil you have that you know is not oily, because on that day you want your makeup to be very, very matte, as matte as possible anyway, and as long lasting and smudge proof as possible. As we all know, for those of us in Nigeria, people like to spray money and, you know, slap it on your forehead, touch you and all that good stuff. So you want to prevent your makeup from lifting or moving about. You want to look so perfect from beginning to the end. Yeah, so this is an integral part I did not mention, or maybe I did from the beginning, is that I booked a separate room to get ready. That's a key thing as a bride. If you can afford it, please just get a different room so that all the distractions will be in other rooms and not yours. And because I was doing my makeup, I just didn't want to be nervous, so I took a room differently, and my sisters got ready in the next room. The second thing I want you to take away is that more than brand names and designer and all of that good stuff, what I went for in my makeup product pick is longevity. I wanted products that I have tried and tested and I know for sure that they last very long. So that's what I went for. And we all know that I cannot do my eyeshadow without this P. Louise base. Like, which other one am I supposed to use if not this one? And then I picked my favorite bridal eyeshadow palette, which is this Beauty by AD eyeshadow. I tried to keep the limit of the eyeshadow colors at a minimum. So basically I just took like a nude pink eyeshadow and I blended it in my crease as transition. Then I went in with dark brown on the outer eye corner, and I used this blending brush to deepen my crease and make it look like I have bigger eyelids. Then I patted my eyelid so that I would remove any crease lines from the eyeshadow base before I apply the actual shine eyeshadow. Make it very bridal, if you will. Now these are the lashes I'll be using for the day, and would you believe me if I tell you that I had these lashes since last year? Like, I've kept them to be my bridal lashes. Yes, that's how much I love my wispy beautiful lashes from Mismetics. And then for my lips, it had to be an ombre brown nude lip. I didn't add this, but I actually applied some sparkly pigment onto my eyelids, then some liner, then the lashes. And then for my lips, it's a long list of lip combos. Well, yeah, that's my entire bridal makeup look.
Thank you. I think I'm done now.
Okay.
So what I wanted for my hair was comfort, and then I wanted Hollywood curls, but this came out nicely, so I just went with it. And I wanted brown hair as opposed to the generic black. And again, like I said, no full frontal because I can't fathom being in pain from the back to the front. Anyway, this is the final makeup look. This is how I looked right before I put my dress on. I want you guys to comment down below if you think this look is pretty nice and if you would be taking inspiration from my look.
From head, is showing back.
Maybe you should move back.
Now my sister Cynthia, my chief maid, my maid of honor, aka Colette.ng, came and dressed my life with the best perfumes in her collection. When I tell you that I smelled like $1,000,000, I smelled like the most expensive bride on the planet. Just believe me, literally she recommended these perfumes according to the mood of the wedding, and I believe you should chat her up as well so that you can get yourself some amazing combos to make you smell and feel as good as you look. You know, chat my sister up and get your perfume. I don't know if I mentioned this as well, but my entire jewelry, down from my pre-wedding shoot to this whole wedding look, all my jewelry are from my other sister Peace, who has the brand lc.ng. So you guys can chat her up as well so you can get some amazing jewelry from her.
Where's your slippers?
She's the party.
No, which one are you wearing?
Oh, and I'm going to tell you how chicken breast. I feel like this one kind of used to just pack it and put inside.
I want to put inside tote bag. Where's the slippers?
Alright.
We put the tote bag inside your
Buy my brown bag.
Yeah, this is my tote bag.
Okay. So you carry my power bank and charger key. The slippers in there.